Okay, well, what are we going to talk about today? What's our plan today? Well, our plan is to talk about phone skills, but more importantly, conversation skills. So I know that our name is PhonePRO, and the course that we're offering today is called Teleservice, but don't let those two things fool you, because we're not just going to talk about what to say on the phone. We're going to talk about what to say, period. So if some of you deal with coworkers face-to-face more than you do customers over the phone, you'll get some good information out of today. If some of you deal with, there might be some people in here that, your phone rarely rings and you're wondering, well, I rarely talk to anybody. They kind of keep me in a cave in the back office. So if that's you, you'll get some stuff that you can use at home with your family members. So this is stuff that you can use at home as well as stuff that you can use at work. I might be a little bit biased, but I happen to think it's one of the best courses out there for that very reason, because it is stuff that you can use at home as well as, with fellow associates at work or your customers. The focus of the course is designed to help you be an effective communicator. So we have, the four of us, 3 goals in mind today. One of the goals is to help you be the best that you can be. Another one of the goals is to help you be good on purpose instead of by accident. So let me talk about that one for a minute. Have you ever had a caller that called in, a customer that came in, and based on their opening comment, you think to yourself, oh God, I hate these kinds of calls. Have you ever had one of those before? Or maybe it was a call that you had to make out to somebody, and it was going to be one of those kinds of calls. So you didn't really want to make it. You put it off till the end of the day hoping that you'd get their voicemail, right? Okay. So you place the call at 4:25, and lo and behold, they pick up on the second ring. And you're thinking, don't, because you really wanted to get that voicemail. But you start to have that conversation, and as you start to have that conversation, there's another little voice that kind of pops off in the back of your head, and that little voice says, well, hey, this is going a lot better than what I thought it was going to go. I didn't need to put this off till the end of the day. If you've ever had that little scenario happen to you before, well, that's because you did something right in that phone call. But if you don't know what you did right, then how can you do it again? Okay? I'm sure that we have a lot of experience in the room based, in customer service and working with people. So I'm sure you're doing some good stuff already. But if you don't know that it's good stuff, then how do you know when to do it? So some of the things that we're going to teach you today, they might just simply affirm what you're already doing. Okay? So good. Keep on doing them. Okay? Now then, another goal that we have is to help you find ways to increase cooperation and decrease resistance. So that one, have you ever been on the phone with someone and all of a sudden Dr. Jekyll turns to Mr. Hyde? Have you ever had that happen before? And you're thinking to yourself, holy cow, what just happened here? Well, what just happened is you said a zinger. You said something that had some energy to it, and the energy it had was negative. And it got a negative reaction out of that caller, and that's why Dr. Jekyll turned to Mr. Hyde. So those are things that you want to avoid. Those are the things that you don't want to do. So we'll talk about what those things are so that you know when to avoid them. And that speaks to the whole goal of increasing cooperation and decreasing resistance. Because if you can deliver information in a more positive way, your phone calls will go a lot better. Your communication will go much better. And life will be a whole lot more positive for you. You have a bunch